Hello, mortals! It's been a while since I saw anything about Christine Weston Chandler. All I know that he or she thinks they are Jesus now, and I'm very curious about what they have done this time. Anyway, let's see what happened.
And the story of Christian. Now, it's so weird to look back at these old videos, knowing the world we're in today and what Chris did to his mom, and it's been over 4 years now since that event took place, and a lot.
I thought this happened 2 years ago the most. Damn. How long did he spend in jail? Like, at least a year, right? A year in jail. Then he starts thinking about Jesus Christ. Christian.
A lot of times I get comments from you guys asking, is Chris still around? Does Christian still even do anything? And yeah, he does. He'll still post videos every now and again. He was back to live streaming now.
Damn, I'm back outside. I'm really sorry. Let's go back.
Yeah, he does. He'll still post videos every now and again. He was back to live streaming not too long ago, but stopped that rather quickly. You can find videos of him just dicking around with his Transformers toys, and those videos are just the worst. But if you...
Hey, don't judge a man and his Transformers toys. Respect it. At least... at least he's not doing anything with his mom again. Wow, that was really rare. No, hold on.
You really want a good insight into what Chris is thinking, what Chris has been up to lately? Twitter has got you covered, because Chris has been posting some fucking off-the-wall shit this month.
Say something new about Christian. Everything is off the walls with Christian.
From saying that he has COVID, but it's actually not really COVID, it's the Pokerus. And I know, the majority of you right now are like, what is a Pokerus?
He predicted my mind. He can read my mind.
The Pokerus is a disease or an illness that only Pokemon can get, and it's very, very rare in the game. And because, of course, Chris is half Sonichu, half human, also there's some Pokemon, like, thrown in there.
Wasn't Christian a blue heart goddess or something? Why is he back to being Sonichu? Wait, I thought Sonichu was Chris' son. What is happening?
He can, of course, get this virus, too.
Oh, hold on, there's another bike. Yippee, welcome to Brazil, man.
One post, he's comparing himself and Donald Trump, saying that they may have a lot of similarities, but,
What the frick is going on? Christian is Jesus Christ and also Donald Trump.
I'll just wait till we get to that tweet. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. He's also saying that he doesn't like AI. But then like one tweet later, hey everybody, would you rather hear my singing voice or an AI of me? So I guess he changed his tune rather quickly on that.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, how did Christian get to this point, man?
That one. And I don't know, while reading through all these, it just brings me back to the early days of this channel. If you're someone who's been around for a while, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're new around here, covering Chris and all the jail letters he used to send out, these crazy fucking jail letters where he talked about being Jesus Christ himself and a plethora of other insane bullshit, it's just crazy to see him still writing.
Oh damn, a bike again, ain't it? You won't be calling Chris crazy when the merge happens. Just wait for the merge to happen. It's gonna happen. The merge, the dimensional merge. All your characters.
Insane bullshit. But he doesn't have to write letters anymore. He can now just send it out directly to the world. And so I think the best place for us to start out is earlier this month when Chris put out a series of tweets saying that he doesn't really understand the world anymore. And by world, I mean the internet, because let's be real here, Chris has spent the majority of his life on it. So
I mean, he did go out, but he just got banned on most places. Jesus Christ, Chance, Sonichu, gosh.
Chris says, I have just realized something. Now, I do not get internet culture or online celebrity references clearly, but I have come to realize that a lot of media these days have such references within them. Now, already you might be thinking, what is he talking about here? what media reference has happened recently that Chris would feel like he needs to give his 2 cents on? Well, you're going to find out in just a minute here. But Chris goes on to say, also, the way they and others are compiled, it is like they have been composed by someone with serious attention deficit disorder or mental handicapped, which on the one hand I support since it is allowing them to express their creativity as best they can, yet on the other, it can just be all over the place. And boy, do you fucking know that well. So, whatever media reference this is, Chris is saying that it's clearly composed by someone with serious attention deficit disorder or a mental handicap. Like, if this came from anyone else but Chris, it would be seen as like such a major insult. But Chris, I think, is just likening it to himself. Because I don't think he knows he's doing it, but Quickville, like your whole Sonichu comics and all that.
Another thing, the Sonichu comics make no sense. The story is all over the place. Yeah, of course, it's Christian the word, but I went to watch a video about the lore, the Sonichu comics. That thing's all over the place. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't know what goes on in the head of this guy, but something's not right.
All over the place and jumbled sometimes.
I think our head's not in the right place. Just something quick here. Yeah, it was on a check. Just if I was recording, I forgot.
Just like Chris says right there, which again kind of goes back to the Sonichu comics. The shows I like and have grown up with, even the Saturday morning cartoons, they actually have substance, focus, clarity.
This Christian's modern show critic channel now. These shows nowadays, they bring out, it sucks. In my time, the shows are great. Remember Ben 10? I don't know what cartoon showed up in the Chris childhood. He's 40 now, right? So 80s, like he's gonna talk about My Little Pony. Yeah, Friendship is Magic. I forgot. He's a brony, the original one, the most important brony of all time. Christian, Weston, Chandler,
and quality in them. But while a show like Smiling Friends, oh my god, I was wondering if he was going to comment on this. So I don't watch the show Smiling Friends, but I am well aware of the reference that was made about Chris and Bob Chandler on the show. It was going crazy viral a few weeks back, where this character on screen looks at the other character and says, do you realize something? They can take our office and condemn it, and like different shit like that. And it's a clear homage to the Chandler family. And instead of Chris being like, oh, that's pretty clever right there, that's funny, love a good reference about old dad.
I don't understand the reference. I think I messed up. What's the bit about? Off the internet now. Oh, I don't know.
No, he's clearly fucking mad about this. Because basically throughout this entire tweet thread, he's just talking about how little substance the show has, and how it has no clarity, no vision. And it's clear to me he's just been watching a lot of YouTube videos who might like dissect TV shows or movies, and he's like, oh, I know what a good movie has. I know what a good show needs to have to be successful and smart.
It does not use it in his comics. I must mention it again, so ass.
Smiling Friends, you don't have it. And I mean, shit, look at his response if you need any more proof that he's pissed by this. And if your individual takeaway from my think piece is he, lols, lolcal, then damn, do I feel sorry and pity for you. Brains and intelligence is not and should not be in short supply, even for you. Wake up.
For me?
Stop being blank-minded in survivor/observation. Well, honestly, the only thing I have to say to that is he, lols, lolcal. It's so clear that he just hates that they made this reference, probably that they didn't go, hey guys, and by the way, go make sure you buy a Sonichu comic, or go make sure you buy a Sonichu medallion from Chris Chan. He hates anytime people reference his
get away from the medallion. Get away from it. Don't go near it.
Work or put anything involving him in their works and don't either credit him, take his opinions on the matter. Anytime, he just shits all over it and acts like it sucks because he didn't do it himself. In the next tweet, we get to see modern day Chris, and holy shit, how little has he changed. He's got long hair now. But other than that, he's wearing the Sonichu medallion, he's wearing the fucking classic. It has to be a new one. There's no way that's the old one from the fire. I'm not sure if he sold that or not. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he sold the medallion, but didn't Chris have blue hair a while ago? Pretty sure he had blue hair in pronouns.
Sure he didn't, but it just shows that no matter how much time goes by, Chris is still gonna be Chris, wearing the same clothes and all. And he's really proudly, or maybe, I don't know what to make
The
of
rings
that
are
facial
cool though.
expression. I don't know if he's
These
happy.
rings he's
He kind of
wearing,
looks pretty
really
sad
cool.
with the drawing. And the drawing looks to be of a bunch of Transformers just chilling out by the city limits. And it's not like Transformers are anything new to Chris's lore, but god damn, the city of Quickville is quickly becoming, well, no pun intended, overpopulated by, Sonichus, now Transformers. The Quick Stop-O was there a few years ago. It's weird.
Don't worry, they're all gonna come into our world when the merge happens. The merge is gonna happen. The merge is gonna happen.
This might be a political statement from Chris. Let's just move on. In this next tweet, Chris is talking about how he's only putting this up for everyone's reference. So the past couple of nights, rough sleep. Then the sample smell clued me into a likely COVID repeat. So I don't know if Chris is saying right there that he can't smell anything, so he's just assuming he has COVID. Maybe he smelt something that smelled like COVID. I don't know.
What is the smell of COVID? Ooh, how does a virus have a smell? What?
But on the bright side, and yes, it does compare, at least with me, COVID is similar to Pokerus. You survive it, you get a boost in your endurance at least. Again, he's just trying to make himself sound so much more grand than other people. That's really what he can take away from all of
I mean, Christian has a little gawker. He literally thinks he's Jesus Christ. What do you think he's gonna do? Of course he's gonna try to boost himself.
Chris's tweets, all of his videos where he talks about being God. Hell, his name on Twitter is Jesus Christ Chan Sonichu. To him, he's more special than anyone else. While we all get COVID, he gets Pokerus. And I think it's Chris's way of coping with the real world and coping with reality.
I'm gonna predict this. Write it down. Christian eventually is gonna say, I died and resurrected in one day because I'm better than Jesus. Christian's gonna do that. He's gonna do it. I'm absolutely sure he's gonna do that.
Like, I just imagine Chris leaving the doctor's office after getting some pretty horrible news. And to anyone else, it's probably like, fuck. Like, it's a heavy toll on them. For Chris, it's like, well, better hope that dimensional merge comes soon so I can get all my Sonichu powers. And, it's crazy, because back in the day, he even said, no, I don't have any actual powers. It's just all shit I write in my comic books. But modern day Chris, holy shit. Like, again, I'll reiterate his name on Twitter.
The downward spiral, Chris, and I don't have superpowers. These things don't exist. The merge is gonna happen. The merge is gonna happen. I'm gonna have superpowers. What the heck happened to Chris, man?
Is Jesus.
That's the idea, guys, right? A few years ago, and he still believes in it. Yeah, that sucks. Holy
Christ Chan Sonichu. He tells you everything you need to know. Maybe he just doesn't want to hear things, and he's like, no, I don't have COVID, I have Pokerus. Like, I don't know what it is. It's probably just Chris being Chris at the end of the day,
He wants
and I
to be
really
special.
shouldn't look too much into it. Oh, and where did that come from? And then Chris put up this picture with. This seems like sacrilege. If you know anything about Chris's story, the Sonichu medallion is the end-all be-all. And what is this monstrosity? Since when are we making...
He made a new medallion? Oh, what? About a Sonichu medallion? What? Traitor! You traitor! Bring back Sonichu!
Bowser Jr. fucking medallions. Is this like to ward off all the bad vibes and curses that the Sonichu medallion brings? Not to Chris, in his eyes, he hates when people talk about the medallions being cursed, although myself and many other people truly believe them to be so. Like there's not one person who's put one of them on and walked away unscathed.
I'm not one to believe in a lot of stuff, but I'm not gonna mess with the medallion, man. That thing's actually cursed.
If you find one, let me know down in the comments. But maybe the Bowser Jr.'s there just so he can swoop into action with his big magic paintbrush and clean up or maybe just paint over all the bullshit that the original Sonichu medallions have done. And if you want to hear more about that topic, like the Sonichu medallion
damn, a lot of that's gonna happen now. Holy.
And all that, I did a video on Chris like a month or two back, and I'll have that linked in the description below. But like, man, these Sonichu medallions, they're getting just worse for wear every time we see it. Chris's last one, he crumbled it into pieces. He took a few pieces of the broken one and then used it to create a new one. These medallions are everything to him.
There was one set on fire because of troll, right? Oh gosh, I remember the blue spike scene. Holy one. That blue spike guy, don't tricks the blue spike guy. Yeah, whatever.
Hold Chris's power. What is that power? Well, we just talked about it.
I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. It's my first time recording a video, Anyway. It's nice outside.
It's the power to pretend that reality is something that it's not.
Oh,
and maybe that's what I'm doing right now by saying that these fucking these Crayola model magic necklaces that this autistic man makes is cursed. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. The track record speaks for itself. Oh, I love this one right here. I have previously expressed how I feel about AI-generated content, and I agree with all of you, as well as Saberspark, on how bad it is for content creators and artists. I emphasize...
Who is Saberspark? I'm sorry. I don't know who that is.
That I am not lazy. The work in the video portions of my videos I've made speaks well on that. And it doesn't. It never has. But again, Chris changed his tune on that rather quickly, because then he says, now that y'all can see the best of both music videos, because I guess Chris put out 2 music videos, one with him singing a song, one with AI singing it. So Chris now asks, which one is better, my singing voice or the AI voice? Do you agree the AI better?
I'll never wanna hear you say, I have a boyfriend.
Or do you authentically feel I am the better singer? Both videos are in the playlists. I think what Chris is trying to say is, do you agree with him that the AI is better? And it shows right there that Chris is like, come on, I want to use the AI, you bastards. I don't want you to hear my real singing voice. So Chris put up a poll asking people which one they chose, and people chose his actual singing voice. And then Chris responded with this, saying, I do feel both humbled and flabbergasted with the results at this moment. I mean, all of you seriously, truly, honestly...
Didn't Chris say he's saying like Frank Sinatra or something like that? He really wants to use the AI. Holy.
Authentically like my singing voice better than AI in this video? To me, it just screams Chris saying, I want to use the fucking AI, damn it. I'm not lazy. I just don't want to sing, and I'd rather the computer do it for me. He says, I am off-key, off-time, and frankly, I feel like I sound monotone when listening to myself. So it sounds like Chris is just really self-conscious about his own singing voice. But
he didn't used to be like this way. He used to say, I mix up Frank Sinatra and I don't know who else. But he was very proud of his singing voice, so I changed. What's going on, Christian? You need help?
It's not like that's ever stopped him before, but I do think he has a point. Chris says he's flabbergasted with the results at this moment, because even he knows he's not the best singer. And if you needed any more proof of his skepticism at the results, well then look no further than the suspicious-looking pony that accompanies this. That's Chris right now. And you know, I skipped
You
it.
still
But
really
back when
think
we were
it?
talking about the smiling friend stuff, Chris was saying that an example of a show that he does like, because remember, Smiling Friends has no substance, and it's not a show that Chris would recommend. But My Little Pony
There's
G4,
hyenas outside. Holy.
that's the
Oh,
shit
what
right
the frick's going on outside?
there. And again, we can go back to the Transformers and the Pokemon all being like just running wild in Quickville. The ponies are there too. Of course they
Of
are.
course.
Chris loves ponies, so of course they're just running rampant all around his city. Chris put up another post saying that he offers a thought piece. People often can feel overwhelmed when too extensively in someone else's
There's a
company
lot
for
of
too
noise
long,
outside. I'm
and then
sorry
find
about
some
that. I can't
solace
do
when
anything.
alone. That happens too often due to children and even post-high school graduate adults. What? Like most times he's just saying shit. Like Chris just, I don't even know. I don't know what this one. Let's see what the comments have to say. Nice. Saw that one coming a mile away. In the next one, Chris says, I just watched Donald Trump sign the bill that finally ended the government shutdown. One of the very few things I will at least slow clap for with him. Major change of the tides right there. I just remember Chris a few years back, God, almost 9 years ago now, just screaming about PMERT.
9 years.
And then he
Damn.
puts up this, saying, hey y'all, I felt like I wanted to talk a bit about this, but I am aware of the comparisons between me
What
and Donald
comparisons?
Trump. Who is making these comparisons?
Ooh. Ooh.
Like, I wonder if maybe one tweet said this one time and it's just stuck in Chris's mind for years and he's like, holy shit,
Very
me
likely.
and Donald do truly have a lot in common. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that Chris is comparing them because Trump is the president, he's like the head of this country, and Chris is God, he's like the head of the world. So there's obviously gonna be some crossover there, right? Let's see. In particular, the way
Chris is also the mayor of Quickville, so there's a relation. They're both politics.
we phrase what we say and the ego. But there is greater difference between him and I. Oh, is there? The ego, like, I like that Chris is he's making that known. Like, he does have a giant ego about him, does Chris Chan. We're not going to talk about Trump here, despite Chris fucking comparing himself to him so much. We're going to talk about Chris in this situation, and Chris's ego is fucking massive. We talked about it earlier, man. He has always
You know what else is massive?
gotta be the end all be all. He's gotta be the sun in the sky. He's gotta be the biggest man in the room.
He is the biggest. Sorry. So in a row.
He's the big kahuna, is Christian. And one example I always point to, and yeah, it may be like not too crazy, but it's a video Chris did back when he was like in the 90s on his Game Boy recorder, the camera, the old Game Boy camera they used to have. Well, Chris made a little movie, and it was him, well, a little like Lego version of him. Barbara, Bob, you know, his mom and
Oh
dad.
no, he made porn.
His brother Cole Smithy, Mario is there, Bowser's there, Peach is there, and they're all partaking in a big Mario Kart race. And I'll never forget, it shows everyone, and then it says, and your winner, Christian C. Like, bullshit. Bull fucking shit. You're gonna tell me that you outraced Mario? Like, wouldn't it have been nice for him to go, Mom, look, you won this Mario Kart race.
Nah, man. Nah. Bro, bad on the Mario lost to Chris.
Aren't you proud?
lost money on that race.
No, he had to be the one who wins. Because Chris is always the winner. Because his ego is fucking massive. What a fucking horrible, horrible example. Teenage Chris Chan making himself win in a fake game of Mario Kart. Like, it's not even in the real game. It's just pictures of them driving around a track in Chris's room. Nonetheless, I thoroughly refuse to believe that Mario or even Bob Chandler didn't win that race. And you know, I have a bad habit, a real nasty habit.
Chris is a really bad driver, by the way. From what I was told. I don't know anything.
Habit of not showing the clips I'm talking about while I'm talking about them. So I went back and I found this old Game Boy footage that I'm talking about here, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it right now. Look at all the names in this race. You telling me, no, your driving skill is not this good.
Wow, there's a great camera quality. Oh, wow. Wow. Entertaining. We're having fun. I'm having fun. There was a Ninjago there. No.
That was horrible. I'm sorry I even made you guys watch that. But look at that. Christian won the gold and $10,000? Like, what?
10,000?
Why do you win gold? Infomaniac came in second. Cole Smithy came in third. Look at the names that were in that race, by the way. Santa was in there.
Oh, yeah, because the name of his brother is Cole. Makes sense. You're smart. Good job.
I think I even saw Andy Griffith in there. That's a fucking weird one, but knowing his parents, probably not. And yet, who won the race? Christian C. I've wasted enough time in this video just ranting about a 30-year-old Lego video, but you know what? I wasn't there the day of this Lego race. Maybe there was like a 27-car Lego pileup, and that's how Chris won. We're done. Back to the Trump stuff. Chris says that even ChatGPT recognizes this in its analysis, so he went into ChatGPT and said, hey ChatGPT, here's some stuff about me, here's some stuff about Donald Trump, let me know what you see as similarities. And
yeah, guys, I'm exactly like, damn, I didn't think of an example. I should have thought before doing a bit. Guys, I'm exactly like me from Dungeon Meshi. We're exact same. Trust me. You say so. So me from boom, same person.
With Chris, he is more emotionally open and blunt with raw honesty, without filter or
but never compare me to one of those knife-fierce elves. Anyway,
bad intentions. And Trump, he's a businessman, simple and repetitive. More so than someone like Saul Goodman portrays. And I'm sorry,
Saul Goodman's
I gotta go
involved.
back a little bit. Did Chris just say he has no bad intentions? Chris, the man who has, boinked Barbara, his own mother, no bad
Chris, the original motherfucker.
intentions there. I have a feeling that Chris wrote himself as a very sympathetic character to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT
Of course
probably
he would.
told him exactly
He wrote himself, what's the comparison between Jesus Christ and Donald Trump? That's what Chris wrote.
what he wanted to hear. And so let's take a look at what ChatGPT said and how it compared Chris
Oh,
and
he wrote
Trump.
Christine. Ah, damn. Internet forums, autistic communication. Oh, controlling pressure. Okay.
Starting with their environment shaping style. Chris comes from early internet forums, autistic communication traits, and trolling pressure. Again, I can kind of tell exactly the way Chris wrote himself into the ChatGPT. And with Trump, it's business branding, TV persona, populist politics. And the similarities there,
Emotional,
there's
lyrical,
not many.
personal.
I don't know what populist politics have to do with
There's a helicopter outside. What the freak is going on? It's just when I try to record me, and every time the word falls when I try to record, I can start the word as strong the Christian Weston Chandler.
autistic communication traits or trolling pressure for that matter. The trolling pressure one is just so oddly specific, like geared towards Chris. The only other person who that would relate to is like DSP or Nova or Cyrax. Their tone. This is very important. Chris has an emotional, literal, personal, and expressive tone, whereas Trump has a bold, aggressive, simple, and performative tone. Alright, now he's sounding like Tofiachu. But I'm just not sure what this proves or why Chris, where he even got the idea to compare himself to the president. And then Chris follows this up by
Because he
saying,
has a big ego. I was the most powerful person in the US, the president. Gonna compare myself to him, say we're similar.
and I speak not only from emotions, that's all you speak from. I don't think you put any thought into the stuff you say, you just let your emotions run wild. But from my own personal experiences, from my own interdimensional travels, see, and this is where it just gets completely off the rails, because you have to remember that yes, Chris is God who travels through space and time, fighting crimes, saving planets, and all this shit. And can Trump fly? No, not so who wins? And my inner self explorations and realizations. Point is, while Trump and I may speak similarly, he and I are still polar opposites. Took a whole lot of
Yeah,
words
this
and
dude.
unnecessary ChatGPT charts to come to that conclusion, but hey, here we are at the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Chris's
I had
Twitter
a lot
is
of
just,
fun.
it's ridiculous, but it's Chris, you know, his mind is ridiculous. And Twitter is a place where anybody can speak their mind freely, and Chris chooses to do so as we saw today. So if you guys liked videos like this, then I will for sure have some more out in the next few days, next few weeks to come. But
Please do, man. Please. Please. Anyway, I'll end my video here too, so I'm sorry for all the noise and goodbye. Remember, I'm Mifron from Dungeon Mesh. I'm Mifron. Please. I'm Mifron.